Hey, you would never cheat on him? Never.
Huh? Wait, what'd you ask?
You would ever cheat on him?
Yeah, I would, but he wouldn't.
Whoa.
Okay, so after that, you gotta realize, holy moly. And she was drunk probably, so she was telling the truth. When you're drunk, you don't lie. Okay, man, look, I know that's a terrible thing, but honestly, now he realizes that he's dealing with a terrible person, so now he gets to break up with her. It's just crazy how she heard him say that. She's like, still, yeah, I cheated on him, who cares? That's crazy, bro. That's insane.
Flagging women, listen. All these gonna cheat. Fuck these to get money. That's it, literally. That's all you gotta do. All these got red flags.
Sensational.
I mean, hey, Future will be proud. I'm telling you, man. Guys, you gotta really understand the focus of life, man. Just don't care. Who cares, man? There's so much more to life than just getting with someone else and getting a relationship, getting with someone. There's so much more to life, man. Money, success, happiness, following your passion, following your dream, following God, helping your community, stuff like that.
Squares don't get super attractive women in their prime. They don't. The woman got to fall off a cliff first, in one way or another. She done had a kid by, or 2 or 3 kids. She done gained weight. She done did this. Then she is pushed to the square because you're not at the top of that totem pole no more. So all those toxic dudes that you like, they looking past your ass. You got too much baggage now. So now it's like, okay, I'll go back in my deck and give the square a chance that I looked past over 10 times before to be with this no nutting that I got a kid with that he don't take care of or pay child support for. That's how it happens. But in terms of a square being an attractive woman in her prime's first choice, he got to be filthy rich or he don't have a chance. That's just honest.
Look, it may seem that way, but there are still plenty of women who still believe in true love and being with one person. And a lot of women still believe in chivalry. It's really a culture thing, I'm telling you. Once you go to places like Eastern Europe, smaller places like Eastern Europe, India, Korea, stuff like that, they actually believe in the chivalry, courting thing. They still believe in that to this day. So it's just because of the whole Western society and civilization is so spoiled now that they just can't stick to one. They have to keep on meeting new people and get the dopamine rush. But I'm telling you, you go to a smaller, more impoverished nation, it's completely different.
Habits that are making men weak. Number 1, instant gratification. In a world that promotes immediate pleasure and satisfaction, men have become lazy, weak, and depressed, unwilling to improve themselves. Number 2, social media. As strong and as addictive as any other drug. It's wild, these companies literally research addictive substances and apply them to their platform to keep you hooked. Number 3, complacency. A man who is complacent is a man who lacks purpose, and a man who lacks purpose always distracts himself with pleasure. Number 4, video games, the ultimate dopamine hit. Number 5, poor diet and no exercise. And number 6, bad sleeping habits, killing your testosterone and giving you mood swings.
Amen, brother. Your purpose is so important. It's important to really improve yourself because that really becomes your video game. I used to play video games a lot when I was younger. Now I don't play so much. I usually play video games now as a kind of thing just to help me go to sleep, to turn my brain off. But honestly, when people go out there and play video games 24/7 and you're not getting paid for it, that's a big problem. Video games are the biggest dopamine rush you could ever get. It's such an interactive thing. It's literally they have studies where it's like crack.
Not as far away from these dreams as you think you are. And I'd say, really, Dad? And he goes, no, you're actually a lot closer than you think. But because you think it's so far away, you behave in accordance with that belief system, and it always keeps it that far away from you.
How do we bring our dreams closer to us?
That's a great question. The first thing is you need to believe and know that you're one decision, one relationship, one meeting, one book, one thought, one something away from a completely different life. And when you know that, then you begin to look for them.
Yes, now, come over to our side of the fence. This woman is speaking absolute facts. They don't want a nice guy. The reason why they run over back to the fuckboy is because the nice guys don't challenge them on anything. It's unfulfilling to women when they just let them do whatever the fuck they want. That's not how it works, boys. It's not how it works. Listen, I'm not saying that you need to be a mean, arrogant douchebag. That's not what this is about. The whole thing is that they're going to test you relentlessly to see if you're a suitable partner. A lot of that is just them seeing how much they can get away with because it's just in their DNA. Them as an animal, they want to know that you don't have any bitch in your blood. If you've got bitch in your blood, woo, you're getting booted for that fuckboy.
Well, my take on this is I'm in a point in life where I just want peace. I don't really care. Like, I'm not here to like have some turmoil, some mental turmoil to appease you, to entertain you. I'm not a clown, okay? I like legit, like, if you need that, if you need someone to give you constant mental turmoil every single day, then you have issues, man. Like, that's not sane, and I can't deal with that. So I'm gonna deal with someone who can actually just sit at home in peace because that's all I want.
Guys, what do you expect them to bring to the table?
Money. A house. Money and respect. I'm big.
What are y'all bringing to the table?
Money. Pierced titties. And that ass.
That ass, can we see it?
For girls, I feel like we lessen our body count. We never really give the true number of body counts because it increases our value.
I told him that I don't need a man, I want one. He was offended by that.
I do not need a man. I can finance myself, I can fuck myself, and I can feed myself. So when I want a man, it's not to provide those three things.
I think that women should be on top always, no matter what culture. Women should be on top, period.
So what would be your thought of the women who basically put their men on top? Do you think that they're just ignorant slaves to their men?
I feel like they just need to be woken up a little. Realize their worth.
I would not be with a man that's bald because I wouldn't have anything to grab in bed.
It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay?
Mistake you learned the hard way that you can now help people to avoid.
People do not want to hear about the good things that are happening in your life. Very, and I mean very rarely, are people actually happy for you. I know you don't mean any harm, and you're just happy and excited to talk about it. But you have to understand, other people's insecurities are going to make them feel invalidated by your success. And the way that they process that feeling is to hate your guts. Sometimes they'll go as far as to try to get in your way or tear you down. Every single time that I have forgotten this fact, I have reaped the consequences of that mistake. People want to see you doing good, but they don't want to feel like you're doing better than them. And if they're doing better than you, they don't want you to catch up.
Say it with me, say it with your chest. Fuck that hoe. Especially if you're in your 20s and you still building your foundation and figuring out which route in life you want to take, fuck that hoe. If she ain't around helping you get through your lows in life and helping you build the motherfucking establishment, why is she entitled to your highs? Why?
That's what I want to hear.
You hang out with dudes that are suckers, that don't get girls, that are meek, that don't go to the gym, etc., or aren't open to improvement. Those are gentlemen you don't want to spend time with. A lot of you guys hang out with maybe some old high school friends or whatever that are, whipped by their girlfriends, or guys that are, snitches. Like, they'll sit there and, sell you out for a girl. We've said on the podcast plenty of times, you never, ever want to hang out with guys that can't get girls, because they'll sell you up the river for a woman, and that's the worst thing ever, man. You need to be around guys that have high integrity, that are going through the same thing that you are, ambitious, and aren't weak-minded.
It's true, man. Who you hang out with is super important. You become the average of the people you hang out with. So that's why when your parents say, oh man, don't hang out with that guy, and when you're at that age, you don't really understand, like, who cares? Like, I'm just hanging out with a person. But really, who you hang out is who you become. So be careful. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur and be like rich and beyond your wildest dreams, hang out with rich people. If you want to be in shape, hang out with people in shape. Don't hang out with people eating McDonald's every day. You know what I'm saying? Because then you'll start to fall into that trap.
My ex broke up with me for another dude.
How long ago?
A year ago.
Have you fully recovered?
I don't think so.
How do you know you haven't?
I still be watching her Instagram page.
Oh no, you're still stalking her Instagram page.
Like, I just go on Instagram from time to time and look. It's that bad.
Have you f***ed anybody else after her?
No comment.
Is there anything you learned from that experience?
Always have a side chick on hand.
Dang, at least he was honest, bro. At least he was honest, because it takes some people longer to get over it. Like, it takes some people longer to break up with someone and to really feel detached and to really move on. So at least he's honest with it, and at least he's doing whatever he can, if you know what I'm saying, to get better.
Listen to me, because I know if y'all want a man to be in love with y'all, you have to cheat on him.
At first, I thought she was just telling a little jokey joke. But then I go in the comments, and there's women out there who really believe this shit.
If she sleeps with you on the first date, she probably doesn't like you. You're not boyfriend material.
Hold up. It's really that easy? Are you shitting me, or y'all just like lying to yourselves? Because I'm about to be the most ain't shit honoring motherfucker on the first dates. Are they giving away the game or is she lying? According to these comments, she ain't lying. I mean, there's nothing really else to say. Stay toxic. Because apparently, if you do, they'll let you hit. Damn, I'm about to be out of a job if this shit keeps up.
A man's purpose is to create a legacy, but I think the order of society has changed. Society is now becoming more gynocentric, so it's becoming more female-led. So now that it's becoming more female-led, a lot of men are now confused as to what their purpose is. So there's no men to guide the men of the new generation. So who's there to teach them? Is it going to be women? Women are telling the boys, oh, all you got to do is be nice and buy her flowers, and then the girl looks at him and says, you're a waste man. That's where the men start to become more problematic, because they don't know what it is to be a man. Men have now lost their way, and that's having negative impacts on society by and large.